Here's Johnny. Yo, I know they be like, yo, why he ain't upload nothing? You don't know what I be doing, so shut up. You don't know what I be doing. You don't know where I upload at. Mind your business. Can't be stealing it everywhere. I know they be looking though. That's what I be testing it. I be like, yo, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna put this out and see how they drop their shit. If I don't put nothing out, they can't sound like me. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go off your own recognizance. That's why I don't be putting stuff out all the time, especially on YouTube with thieving ass people over there. That's all y'all do is steal. Damn thieves and shit. You know what I'm saying? But look, check it out. This the Jew right here. So everybody want to find like everybody want to find like this understanding, right? They want that understanding. Like people ain't went through enough to have some understanding. Best thing y'all got, like, you know what an actor is? An actor is a fake person. I started to tell Alicia Keys on her post earlier. She like, "Hi, tell me if I look good." You know what my thought was? Why you need somebody to tell you look good? You a celebrity. You got money. You make music. What else you want? Attention? Sit your attention ass having ass down somewhere. Go tell somebody who ain't a celebrity how they look. You come to social media and say how I look. Nobody don't care. And then you a regular person that makes music. Nobody cares. That's that addiction energy they try to pull into the value. And the problem with people is you don't understand how special you are. You don't understand how important you are. You never fought for you. You know what I'm saying? You fought for the version that was oppressed, the fake version of yourself. Those actors, they fake as hell. Like actors got the biggest audacity in the world. They'll be out here like, I'm an actor. No, you're a person who lives to be fake. You probably done forgot what it means to be you. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of the world be like, ooh, that's so-and-so. I don't even get like that, yo, because I'm wonderful. Divine created me too. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's that middleman right there. Everybody got something in between them and the Almighty. Celebrities, depending on what their celebrity job, they have that in between them and the Most High. Regular people have whatever particular struggle or value they trying to get to in between their self and the divine. People like me, it's nothing in between me and the divine. I do nothing without the divine. Period. It's the end of sentence. ... You know what I'm saying? Never did. Even when, yo, I remember when I was little, I used to have dreams of falling. Just falling for like mad long. I'd be like, wake up jumping like that. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when I finally fell, I thought I was hitting the ground. And I didn't hit the ground. I fell through something. And I kept falling. You know what I'm saying? Like I fell through the reality. Like I remember even passing like the back of a bathroom mirror or whatever. I was falling behind, and I'm like, y'all can see in people mirrors. It was weird. And then I fell through this normal level ground, and I remember falling, and then I fell through that, and I ended up hitting the ground by a dock. It was like a dock that was on like some water, and a monster came out, and it was like this big type of monster or whatever. It was screaming in my face. I was scared. And then like I destroyed it. You know what I'm saying? Something was like, don't worry about it. Just kill it. I was a little kid though. I was little. Like I was little one digits, you know what I'm saying? But I destroyed it. And when I did that, I was able to walk off of that scene. It was like a scene. So I walked to the right and walked into the shadow. And I remember being afraid of the dark. And I was like, well, I got to go in there anyway. But everything was with the divine. Problem with people is y'all don't know how to come together to make great things happen. Y'all always perceiving it from behind. That's why they used to call people animals and stuff like that. Because if you notice, like when things happen, animals pause. They wait to see what you're going to do before they pay attention. That's how people act. People don't just do stuff for the right reason. Nobody don't just come together. You got rich people. You got people who have talents. You got people who are in position that push the talents where it's supposed to be. But everybody listens to a man. Y'all haven't overcome the understanding or the structure of what divinity means. You know what I'm saying? You're not fighting for divinity, and on top of that, you're not fighting for the Almighty unconditionally. So since you never had that energy, you never had to formulate. Moreover than that, falling and getting back up constantly without even having the energy to want to combat anything that was in the retrospective stopping you from going forward. That's the problem with people. You always got something to say. You know what I'm saying? Like people always got to say, I'm going to do this. You ain't going to do shit. You're going to stay in a non-divine pretense. How do you look at creations that divine made and you judge how you going to handle them? And you think divine don't see it? None of this? You think the Almighty don't know where it's light at? Where the light that animates the body is? You think divine don't know where that's at? But people out here talking about what y'all going to do to people. Talking about how you going to treat people, how y'all going to handle people. And you think that's a strong energy. You think that makes you seem a certain type of way. Right? Divine gets, I believe that's what make divine actually look at you, because you about to meet your demise in some form or fashion. And I don't think people really comprehend that, because it's like this level of arrogance in between the act of creation and the fact that you're created. So somewhere in there, you start believing that some of these people are in the guise of you being in ownership of them. So you can do with these people how you see fit. Look what y'all do. Y'all kill people. Y'all rob from people. You lie to people. You manipulate people. You hurt people. And you believe that it's okay because it makes you look strong. Makes you feel good. You gangster. Right? You forgot what gave you life, though. Y'all go put your hands on somebody. I'm going to knock their head off. Yeah, I do it. I done did it too. You know what I'm saying? But in the same breath, we're imperfect beings. And you don't keep, anytime you repeat a process, that's the level of mentality that you're dealing with. When you repeat a process, that shows your level of insanity. Because you keep trying to do it, you don't care. That's why some people go to jail. Because they don't stop. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over. And all these different terms and realities that people use to try to justify their non-divinity. I'd never not want to be a part of the highest frequency of all things. I can care less about street nothing. Dressing, fly, money, going, I don't care. Let y'all deal with all that. I'll mess around, come through here flying like Neo in the Matrix. They be like, yo, he flying in pajamas. Bananas in pajamas. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, hey, look, y'all get it all twisted. And the easiest thing for you to do is be selfless. That's why I be wondering about the people that, like, why would we give attention to celebrities? These are the most selfish people in the world. These people make millions of dollars. Millions, billions of dollars. And they flaunt it in your face knowing that the rest of the world got issues. How you going to be these people to make all this money, right? Knowing that it ain't even that many people in your culture. So not for nothing, if the government didn't give reparations to the culture, it's enough black people that got that money too could have said, you know, I'm going to uplift my own people and put them where they need to be. They could have been did that a long time ago. That's why I be mad at people. I be like, yo, what kind of, you cocky talking about you signed a deal with this company for all these millions, but you ain't did nothing with it. Bought you a watch. You know what I'm saying? I'm this, I'm this, I'm that. You're nothing. Because what you came from is still behind you. It's a fact. And you think divine gonna see you as something of value? Nah, y'all be serving the purpose of other entities that ain't on a God level. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't none of them entities is ever gonna reach divine. That's why it's so readily for you to be mesmerized by those type of concepts. You're mesmerized by that value, like to be a failure. Because even those deifying energies, they fell short of divine energy. As soon as they reached up to try to touch a little bit of it, shit drove them insane. And they started having other attributes. That's how you got the aspect of like temptation and stuff like that. or like not being thankful for what you have, or envious and jealousy and all this other stuff. Like, it came because they got so close, and when they touched the divine energy, it drove them insane. They couldn't do nothing with it. And you know how you be able to handle that? Every time you fall, you stand up. It's a fact. Every time you fall, you stand up. And you don't stand up to war. A warrior is in motion. We've been warriors already. Emotion. I heard somebody on they joint took my whole concept and was up there speaking. And I'm like, yo, ain't nobody said that until I said it, but they don't pay homage. And you think Divine don't know when people do stuff like that? Divine, like, are you just going to take that for yourself? It's sloppy, yo. It's real sloppy. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying in motion, emotion, in motion for probably 15, 20 years now. Showing people how emotions are in contingency with being in motion. You feel, the hairs on your body feel. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody never separated that concept until I spoke it into existence. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, a liar ain't gonna get too far in life. You know what I'm saying? That's why, and I don't be wanting to put it on the value. That's why most women be the way they be like that right now. They, you know what I'm saying, that extra cocky energy, that independence. That's why I said it in my song, supreme thought, supreme being, supreme light. I manifest the knowledge for wisdom to shine bright. How you think you see the moon unless in the sun bright? Women claim independence, you can never dim the light. The day's math is understanding, I'm about to get them right. Facts. Ain't no independent nothing. It's everything is created by divine. You got to get in line for what that means. And if you don't know where you at, you don't even know where you going, because you don't know where you come from. So everybody be wanting a piece of knowledge and can't access it because you scared to stand in divinity. People think standing in divinity has something to do with their personal character. No, you're a fool. You're a fool. There's nothing that's going to solidify you in a certain value under your own jurisdiction that comes from creation. No, you didn't create nothing. Divine created you and created a timeline for you and knew within the frequencies of your energies, your shortcomings and your failures through each time you lived, what you was going to be doing currently today. That's a fact. We have strength. We have power to do miraculous things, but people won't do it. They're too busy judging, too busy lying to each other, too busy trying to stop somebody from loving, too busy trying to be, you know, I heard the flyest shit I heard, dude said, how many genders is it? And dude said 2. It was like, well, what about what everybody else talk about? He's like, no, it's 2 genders. And then it's so many different ways to be mentally insane. And that's a reality. People be lost in their noodle. And they believe the bullshit that they go by. It's a fact. That's what I be talking about, man. Like, and I don't even contend with none of those thoughts. I don't contend with none of them thoughts. That's not something that my brain actually deals with. I don't deal with shortcoming failures of the fact of how I'm created. No, I know how I came here. I'm going to leave the same way I came. Mentally, physically. It's like y'all let things happen to you and then you start acclimating to the pain. You start merging with the things that you go through. You start changing into these individuals. You become, you know, and I don't want to go into the categories, man. But people start acting like that. You start becoming this and that. You're a woman acting like this. You're a man acting like that. You want to do this. You want to do that. All that stupidness. Y'all failing, man. Y'all failing right in front of the divine. And you wonder why you can't access higher frequencies. Who gonna let a messed up mind get in there? So best you could do is read a book. Flip some cards, burn a candle. That's the best you can do. You ain't got no energy to tap into nothing. You become a conduit using conduits. Make it make sense. Nobody don't be wanting to hear the truth. Everybody want to steal the truth and make it sound like they know what they talking about. No, that's how you dig a hole. I done got so sharp with this shit. Yo, it's like, now I just put some dumb shit out there just to see who react to it. For real, like, I'm going to say this right quick and watch how they act stupid. All praises to the Most High, man. The only thing that's real in this world is the fact that divine gave you life. Nothing that you think matters. Divine gave you life. That's what matters. Do you have that in front of your understanding? Do you carry enough respect? How many times do you look at the divine and be like, you know what? Without the divine, there won't be no me. And if you ain't got that, you definitely ain't got no respect for your own. You ain't got no respect for where you came from. You're probably one of the people that, that run your mouth too much. You know what I'm saying? And that be the reality. I know how divine made me. I love to love. So you'll hear me talk about love sometimes. You'll see me on social media putting out posts about love, getting a hug and stuff like that. Yeah, I say stuff like that because I don't care. And then you have over aggressive people thinking in their mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should be funny to me, yo. Like, for real, for real. I'm trying to get y'all to realize something. It's never going to be about what you think and how you want to do it. It's going to be about how well you get out of your own way and line up with the divine. Period. In everything. You don't have to resort to anger. You don't have to resort to blowing up the building. You don't have to go get a gun. You don't have to put your hands on somebody. You don't have to stop somebody's life. You don't have to get in the middle of somebody else's success. That's you going off your own recognizance. No, divine said if it's wrong, let me handle it. I got things set up in this situation to handle these things. But y'all come around thinking that you're going to do something. And when you start playing in divine energy, you just messed up whatever was supposed to happen. Remember, I was talking to this female. We was taking a walk. And I was telling her verbatim, I was like, yo, divine will put you in a position to get a lot of money, knowing that you're going to F it up. It's a fact. And people won't even see that that's what they about to go through. You'll get it. Oh, I came up. It's a blessing. How is it a blessing? Was it yours? Oh, so since you was able to manipulate, it was a blessing. Okay. Now I think divine was testing you to see if you was going to do the right thing. It's an old phrase they used to say back in the day. You mess around and win, you know what I'm saying? Mess around and win $1 million. But divine whisper in your ear. Divine say, nah, I want you to give away 999,000. 999,000. Everything but $1. I need you to do that right quick. You'll be like, what? I just got it. I want to buy this. Can I buy this? My kid need that. I need gas. Divine said, that's not what I said. And then you questioning everything, but it ain't about your questions. It's about your obedience. And this is where I see the shortcomings in creation itself. Your obedience is off. You don't have enough respect for the divine. That's like your kid acting like, oh, I don't have to respect you. I don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Now, if the parent is constantly doing stuff to hurt the child, no, the kid don't gotta do that. If the parent is doing so much to where it got the child in indifferent energy, the kid don't have to respect that parent at that point because that's antagonizing. But if the parent is there for you, it's in line with the respect you're supposed to have for the divine. So once you understand that, you're carrying a level of respect just for the fact you got life. You don't carry that. You're too busy trying to go to a book, go to a scripture and all that. Divine is simplicity. Just go to the divine. You don't have to start speaking. Speak from your heart to the Most High. Every time something wrong happened in your life, stand up with the divine crutch and keep walking. Somebody break your heart, keep loving with the heart of divine. Somebody make you so mad the way you can't speak straight, you done got so angry you stuttering out the mouth. Correct everything within the stillness of divine. This is you harnessing your divinity. This ain't got nothing to do with no place you go, no books, no group. It has everything to do with discipline. And your discipline is comprehending the fact that you got light inside of you that's connected to the divine. It's a piece that's given to you that animates your existence. Everything else don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. But y'all make these things matter. And then while you're making it matter, you're destroying the probability of what things are supposed to be. Forget the possibility. You got all types of possibilities to fail at. You're going to do that naturally. That's where free will comes in. Fuck a free will. Be almighty. Stop not seeing where your power is. Stop not extending your hand. Stop judging. Stop blocking. Stop disrupting. Stop being delinquent. Stop being an effing child. Grow the fuck up and play the role of being conducive in somebody's life. And don't say, well, oh, I don't like how they look, so I'm not going to help them. Or I hate them because they good, so I'm going to make sure they can't get nothing. Or because they hurt my feelings, I'm going to seek control to balance this out for myself. No, you people are psychotic. It don't work like that, yo. It don't work like that. For real. It don't work like that. Y'all not giving out no love. But you cried to divine. You know how I knew I had found the person that was for me, despite what she had went through at one time? You know how I knew? And I knew she didn't know it. Because she didn't have to be around me, and I could feel everything she was going through. That's how I knew. And divine had tied us together. So initially, I was trying to listen to the Most High and stay. But she kept going the other way. So all this talk, y'all be like, oh, females, divine feminine. No, y'all the most lost ones. Because y'all feel more than a man. And y'all react off those values. I broke down in tears and didn't even know why I was crying, but it was because she was crying. I knew every time she got her energy, like she would get upset wherever she was, and I would just call right in time. That's how in tune we was. And I knew I didn't care about her situation. I knew I was like, yeah, she the one. That's what divine meant. She was it. And I had already been strong enough to deal with that energy. She wasn't ready for it. Spiritually, mentally, she wasn't ready for it. This is just past energy that I'm talking about. But once I was able to see that, divine helped me sever that cord. And I was unconditional to this person. This person called me everything under the sun for no reason. No reason. Just because I can see through her. I can see through her. And it was powerful, yo. It was a powerful thing. Like, I didn't really get upset. I was sad. I was like, wow, you gonna give away what divine put together? So these understandings that particularly take place, you got to be able to stand up and keep going. Friends that I had love for in my heart, like, yo, that's my dog right there. And then you start seeing their true colors and what their goal is. I had friends that would be nice to me knowing that they stabbed me in the back, and that's how they felt better about themselves. Like, yeah, I shit on him, but I'm going to look out for him right now because he's still my dude. Like, I just not going to tell him I shit on him. It's funny like that. And I would sit there and look at them like a dog, like, oh. I'd be looking at him like, I know what you did. I want to see if you're man enough to tell me. Never. And then they would try to play a role like the emotions that I showed them was a form of weakness. I'm a warrior at the end of the day. I've always been. I don't walk with man. I walk with divine. Divine has already taken me somewhere I get a chance to see things, and it's humbling. Not humble how people want to be as far as expressing a value of shortcomings on a person. People ain't got control over nothing. People ain't got control over shit. I'm serious. Y'all got control over failing the creation. That's all y'all can do. And y'all think that that don't have something to do with the sin? That is your sin. Divine created a certain number of creations and that value, and that's the hierarchy. It's already been broken up into patterns to where other cultures are already going to subject and get, erased because they're not supposed to exist. They're not created by the divine. That's what the abomination was. The abomination was being able to create life without having it completely created. So yeah, a lot of people are gonna disappear and they're never gonna come. They're never gonna be here anymore. That's gonna happen soon. It's gonna scare the shit out of the world. And you gotta keep in mind, this is why you get all these type of advertisements and people always in your face. Everywhere you look, you see this image everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you always like, oh my God, it's right there, it's right there, it's right there. That's because they're trying to brand themselves into your frequency. This is their highest attempt to stay. Maybe you'll say, why they can't stay? Like, can they stay? No. No. They're not created by the divine. Not that way. Otherwise, it'll go back to that savage energy. So for the most part, a lot of us has picked up, a lot of y'all has picked up a lot of that savage energy. And that's how you treat people. That's how you treat your family. That's how you treat your friends, your loved ones. You ain't gonna never get there like that. I be trying though. I be trying, yo. Like for real, I be trying. And I'll reach out to people and they just, you can see all the superficial energy is like wrapped around them so much. You can't even give somebody a compliment without it going to their head. And they think that, this I can show y'all. If I wish I could take my screenshots, or I could take like my messenger and turn it around. Chick hit me up this morning. Light skinned chick. I was kind of into her too. I was like, yo, she cute. I like a few of her posts or whatever. First thing she did is came and asked me if I want to read it. I'm like, nah, I don't want no reading. I get all my readings from the Most High. I don't need no reading. What I need a reader for? That shit ain't accurate no way. So why would I listen to you? And I get told directly from the divine what it is. It's nobody going to give it to me more blood raw than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she went on and on and on. She kept trying. And then I was like, nah, I don't do that, yo. I'm telling you again, I don't do that. And then she was like, well, will you buy me an Apple Pay card? I'm like, what? That's giving audacity. Like, I'm not. No. Why would I give you anything? And then she tried to play me like I had no money. I was like, yeah, I got money, but I ain't giving it to you. I'm not paying for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got a lot of money, but I had a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? Why would I give my money to you? Like, I don't even know you. But that's the problem with females. Instead of coming in clutch, playing a valid role, y'all want to take. You think that's divine energy? Divine is a giver. So how you a goddess if you take it? Let that marinate. How you a goddess if you out here taking instead of giving? Divine is unconditional love. So if that's what you claiming, but you live in the opposite, that would beg to differ. Yeah, y'all don't get it. I know you don't get it. You'll never get it because you're selfish. That's why men get taken advantage of more. Think about it. They carry more real love than you do. And I know that shit hurt because the best you could do is pop your ass. But you can't find that in some type of sequence for one individual that you love. You want everybody to stick their hands inside your cup. Nobody want to drink that nasty water after everybody just stuck their finger in it. Who want that? Sperm cell ends up turning to a brain because the functions of the thoughts, the jawbone tightens when you climax. The jawbone tightens and it squeezes out the juice from the brain, which goes down your whole joint and comes out. It goes into her and those thought patterns from that individual, the characteristic traits, the strong features and all that. It starts to manifest into that child, which becomes the brain. Yeah, you might have the lips that are on the outside of the person to give familiarity, but the brain is supposed to be of where it come from. And those two emerge by the electrical synapses of the divine. It's put together that way. People don't understand life enough. Even with the controller aspect of the world, they think if they keep humans under control with a price tag and all this, they doing something. These are the dumbest individuals on the earth. I'm so serious. The controlling party is dumb. I'm so serious, yo. Like, they stupid. Like, I will shut Trump brain down. He will blow up talking to me. Like that. Get your scientists too. Bring them in and I'll be speaking hood to them. I bet you never thought like that, did you? Nah, because you're retarded. It's a slow mentality that don't allow you to equate to nothing. It's like they so smart, they stupid. And Divine said that. Like, it's going to be certain creations that's not going to be able to access that divine knowledge, no matter how they feel. So that means you in the way. It's not disrespect. I'm speaking on your actions. I'm not talking about character. I'm not talking about racism. None of that. I'm talking about how you move. Because there's simple things that can be done to get everybody on a balanced page. But nobody won't do that because you know why? I'd rather see you suffer. You think that's new? That's not new. That's how people move. Divine about to wipe all that up out of here. People think it's going to be two different separate timelines. No, that energy going to come up out of them and get put into something else. And then they get to relive a life. Right? And then the higher energies, they rise. You never ask the question and they be like, yo, so where the messiahs went? The ones that end up with the halos and the ones that died and came back and the names where people was doing, where they at? You think they just died? Oh, I'm dead. I'm in this grave over here in this mountain. Nah, they where you go when you rise all the way and divine separates the earth. That's where they at. That's where they at right now. They chilling. They sitting there looking like, yo, they ain't gonna never get it. I told y'all I don't want to be dropping jewels with people because people stupid. I don't like people. I really don't, because y'all don't listen to nothing. I'd rather have my woman and teach her what she need to know so she can go out in the world and crush everything. Facts. School the children on that knowledge. Facts. But look, I ain't gonna hold you. It's 32 minutes on a jump. I'm about to upload this to YouTube, give y'all something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put it on my other joint. I'm gonna let y'all have this one. But my other joints, I got like 3 other spots where I do my thing at. You know, it's like 4, like no, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 other spots where I put my joint at. And some of them y'all ain't never heard of. I know y'all ain't never heard of. But that's where it be at. So I'm like, I can put it over here, nobody don't know. And they doing numbers too. They doing numbers, so you can't stop the hustle. You can't stop the hustle. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's always love, man. I'm not gonna wise for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no time for people playing in my energy. I ain't got no time for people thinking they holding me back, none of that. So if I cut you off and you gone, it's because I been know what you was about. I was just waiting for the opportunity for the door to open. And when I seen it, I cut it off. So that's what it is. Take that how you want to take it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm always loving first. I've never been nobody to take advantage of, ever. And when you show me your hands, I'm just going, I'm gonna play those cards how you show me your hands, basically. It is what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? There's too much weakness out here to be playing around with me anyway. So y'all get y'all shit together. And if you want to get it right, you got to do it right. You can't be out here stealing, lying, and shit like that. You already wrote your line in demise. It's like you stealing from the Almighty. Divine, like, you gonna mess with that one? That's the one who willing to give it to you. But you gonna fuck with that one? Really? That shows how weak you are. Like when you go, that's like saying the old lady by the school, and I know I said I was about to get off, but that's like saying the old lady by the school, she out there giving away cookies. She giving them away. But you go snatch her whole bucket, push her down and run off with the whole bucket. She giving away the cookies. What you trying to steal it for? And that's the energy we dealing with. That makes people really weak. You rather take from somebody who's willing to give to you. That doesn't make you strong. It doesn't make you powerful. You want to steal from somebody who's willing to give you. Where's your power? There's no power in that. You didn't have to try. Like I said, most people ain't ready for the truth. They ain't ready to look in the mirror and see themselves. All these celebrities and everything, people want to have a separation value. They love that separation value until they get made to look like a fool. What they say, they give you your black walking cards, your black walking papers. Yeah, it be like that. And now you embarrassed. Because the only thing you had to do was do the right thing in the first place. All right, 36 minutes on the clock. Let me get up out of here, man, because I keep on talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I keep on cooking. I was actually watching something. Supposed to be watching Infinity. Let's see what that's about. It got a couple actors in it. Mark Wahlberg and a couple other people. I'm going to see the graphics look pretty dope. So I'm about to jump on that real quick and see what it's about. I'm going to rewind it. Some water. And rewind it. All right. Love, man. Y'all hold it down. Whether y'all rock with Naga or not, y'all know it's the truth. You ain't got to show me no support. I get enough from the divine. But it would be in your best interest too. You dig? Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and all that. And I'll talk to y'all again later. Peace.